Yes, good morning students. In the previous video we have discussed about the solar energy, light energy, then we have discussed about chemical energy and electrical energy. We have discussed different forms of energy, and now in this video we will discuss about the potential energy. Yes, first of all, you have to observe what in this pic grandfather and granddaughter they are discussing about. Yes, grandfather is asking, do you know that you are using the energy stored in your body to apply muscular force? Because the girl is applying muscular force to move down the slide. Then the grandfather is telling that the muscular energy which you are using to move down the slide, that energy, from where you are getting that energy? That energy you are getting from the energy which is stored in your body. Okay, then from where you get energy, you know very well. We get basically energy from the food. Now, what do you mean by potential energy? The energy which is stored in an object, which is stored in an object, and that stored energy we can use later on. That kind of energy is known as potential energy. What do you mean by potential energy, beta? The energy which is stored in an object and can be used later on when needed, then we can use that kind of energy, and that energy is associated with the position, or you can say height of the object. The higher the object, if the object is at a higher place, possess more potential energy. The object which is at the higher place, it has more potential energy. And when the object that is at rest, which has potential energy, and when the object come in motion, when the object starts moving, then you can say the potential energy of that object is converted into the kinetic energy. And now beta, you have to do activity. Are you ready to do the activity? Yes, then take balloon which you are having. Take a balloon and inflate it. What do you mean by inflate? You have to fill air in it. Yes, now the balloon has potential energy in the form of air. You have filled air in the balloon, and now the balloon has inflated, and now balloon has what kind of energy? Potential energy in the form of air. And now leave the balloon. Now open the note. Then what do you observe? Yes, as soon as you open the note, it pushes the balloon to move. The balloon start moving. Why the balloon start moving? Because the moment the air releases, it pushes the balloon to move. Potential energy of the balloon is converted into which kind of energy? Kinetic energy. because now the balloon has start moving, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. And in another game, bowling game, what happened in the bowling game? You have done this game, you have played this game very well. What do you observe in this game? When as soon as the ball from your hands starts moving, then the potential energy which is stored when the ball is in the hand of us, then it is having potential energy. But the bowler, or you can say when we throw the ball, its potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, because as soon as the ball is in our hands, it is at rest, it has potential energy. But as soon as we throw the ball comes into motion, the potential energy of the ball converted into kinetic energy. So what do you mean by potential energy? It is the energy which is stored in an object and can be used later on. And now, what do you mean by kinetic energy? As we have studied that the all moving objects have kinetic energy. As we have done the activity also, as soon as the balloon, we have opened the note of the balloon comes in the motion, then in the balloon potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. The amount of kinetic energy depends upon the speed of the object. The faster an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has. Understand? Yes, kinetic energy is a form of mechanical energy possessed by an object due to its motion. Our stored potential energy becomes kinetic when we do physical work. When we start skipping, then our potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. When a player hits a pool ball with a stick, then what happens? The energy is transferred from the stick to the ball, and then the moving ball has kinetic energy. And another example also you can give, as soon as the energy you have seen, as soon as we hit a ball, then the energy is transferred from the stick to the ball. The next kind of energy, that is mechanical energy. And what is mechanical energy, beta? Mechanical energy is the total of kinetic and potential energy. But mechanical energy is equal to the kinetic and potential energy. You can say sum of kinetic and potential energy. So what can say, it is associated with the motion also, and as well as position also, because when the object is at rest, it is having potential energy, and when the object is in motion, then it has kinetic energy. So mechanical energy is the sum of kinetic and potential energy. It is associated with the motion and position of the object. Energy stored at certain height, it means it is having potential energy. And when the object starts moving, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. And mechanical energy is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Okay, now next sources of energy. Next, today we will study this topic. What do you mean by sources of energy and how many kinds of sources of energy are there? And about energy, you have already studied. What do you mean by energy? Yes, energy is the ability to do work. What do you mean by energy? Energy means the ability to do work. So, what is the homework? You have to read this topic energy. What is energy? What are the sources of energy? And we have studied also that energy cannot be created nor be destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another. And you have to tell me all the forms of energy: electrical energy, chemical energy, solar energy, light energy, heat energy, geothermal energy, potential energy, and kinetic energy. And you have to learn all the defines. Okay, beta. And next topic we will study in the next video. Okay, then read these pages.